Hey, this is Max. I am back with another Forza Horizon video. I am looking at my highest skill score as far as getting skill points, grinding it all at one shot. I did that in the Unicorn, 8.7 million. So tonight I decided, why not try to beat that score with my new skill point grind card that I've been using, which is the Jaguar. So hopefully it'll beat the Unicorn easily in the total skill points. I don't know how long I'm going to go yet. I'm just thinking that I want to do a nice long skill point grind just to put a nice big number there for the future. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. I'm going to grab my new favorite drift car on the beach, which is the Barn Find Jaguar E-Type, and take it out and hold it on the beach and see how many points we end up with. Here we go. Alright, so here I am at 1 million points. This is about where I was at with the Unicorn when I decided to go ahead and give it up. This card is making easy points with it, so I'm not feeling like it's going to be very tough to grind a few million out of this car. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going for a bit. The thing about this Jag is that it's very easy to drive in full automatic. I have traction control and stuff off so that it drifts. It drifts on the beach very easily. It's easy to recover from the drifts, which also means that it can maintain the crazy skill chain for a long time. The reason I use the drag strip here is because every time you're about to lose your chain, all you have to do is kind of run through one of these little lines in the drag strip and it'll link the chain again for you. Eventually, as you do more and more points, the middle part of the drag strip chains, you can see it where they're broken up, will eventually all disappear, but the two ends will continue to regenerate even as you knock them out. So you will never actually run out of something to hit to keep the skill chain going. 1.1 million or so, it's very easy to do. You can see that it's building rather quickly too. So I'm going to keep this up and just to see how far I can go. I'm riding a sugar high right now, so I'm having a feeling that I won't be tired of this anytime soon. I could definitely go for a while like this. So let's see what kind of a ultimate number I can knock out with this Jaguar here. Alright, so now I am at 2 million points and later part of the day, so I'm almost a full day of drifting on the beach in game. I've switched to first person view to give myself a little different feel for the way the car handles. First person view in this game is very well done and I really enjoy it, but the rapid back and forth motion over time, if I do this for more millions of points, is probably going to make me a little motion sick. So chances are I'm going to end up having to switch back to third person view, but this is certainly a interesting view to try to drift in. If I had to do this on an actual road, I probably wouldn't be able to do this in this view. I'm actually not that good at drifting, believe it or not. This is just because it's the beach and everything's easy. I don't even have the car on manual. So this is basically a skillless skill point grind to try to build up extra points. So here's 2 million and it's moving along rapidly. And I will see if I can hit 3 million without losing the chain or getting worn out. So let's keep going here and see where I'm at in another 20 minutes or so. And we're back. 3 million points down and still going strong. I'm not really feeling too tired yet, although this has been a decent amount of time already. At this point, I'm starting to think, I've already put 3 million points worth of time in. I really don't want to just end at 3 million points and just kind of suck up the 21 million point overall. it seems if you're gonna do something like this, and I'm already this far into it, I might as well keep going. I'm gonna see how far and how high a point I can get to before I either lose the chain by accident or I just decide I'm worn out and go ahead and stop. So what does all this give you? Well, not a whole lot. The ultimately the chain is more just to have a stat on your record than anything. You still will only get 10 skill points, and you won't even get that much influence as far as towards gaining experience. So for the most part, this chain is completely worthless from a in-game perspective. You're not gaining any benefit from doing a long chain like this other than wasting your time. But hey, it's a game. This is kind of like a notch on your belt kind of deal. So I'm more at this point just curious, how high a chain can I get? I've seen other people do pretty impressive numbers, and I've heard of people claiming to have done something like 50 million point chains. So out of curiosity, I'm kind of wanting to do the same thing here. I want to see if I can do a 50 plus million chain, and just how long and how hard is it to do it, and how boring for that matter. But I'm going to keep going. Let me see about hitting 4 million and maybe 5 million. We'll see where we go from here. All right. 4 million has been capped. I am now 4 million points into my grind. So at this point, I'm thinking, this is about 28 million points, but I haven't had the radio on. If I click on the radio, I can get a skill song going, which will give me a time 10. And then I will be able to get a lot more points. I can possibly get 50 million points at time 10. So why wouldn't I do that? So later on in the chain, what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to turn on the radio and get a time 10 going. This way, if I do end up at 5 million, I get 50 million points. And if for some reason I can push beyond 5 million, I can actually get even more points, possibly 60 million. That would be a nice number to kind of round off my night with. Now, at this point, what I've learned is that to grind about 1,000,000 skill points using this technique on the beach takes about somewhere between 25 to 30 minutes per million. Maybe a little longer if you're having a slow chain, and a little quicker if you somehow get the drifts going really smoothly. So figure, 2 hours for 4 million, and 6 million will take about 3 hours to do. That sounds about right. Now, if you actually did it for 3 hours and just capped 500,000 at a time, you would be much better off because you're going to have a lot more skill points. But hey, I'm already this far into it. What's another million or two, right? Let's see how long I can last. The sugar's still kicking. And we're back at 5 million points. Okay, so how do I feel at this point? I've been basically playing this particular drifting thing for the past 2.5 hours. Well, I feel pretty good. Because it's so easy to do, it doesn't really feel like a chore or anything. I know what I'm missing out on. I mean, I could have spent the 3 hours that I've spent on this, or I'm going to spend on this, easily finishing up getting the Unicorn Porsche from the street scene, or doing some Warlock Racer or other events that can get me nice rewards. But when you spend so much time already and you got this nice long chain going, you almost don't want to give it up. You feel like, hey man, I put this much time in, I want to finish this. So I'm going to keep going, and I think I'm going to cap this at 6 million. 6 million is going to be my goal for the night. Once I hit that, I am going to stop the chain and call it the night. So 1 more million to go. I am going to keep on grinding and see what the Jaguar can do. I think this is a very good car to use for making this chain run in my game, because this is set in Britain. This is one of the classic British cars, and certainly a beautiful car that deserves to be able to pull off something cool like this in the game. So I'm going to keep going, and I'll catch you in another 1,000,000 points. All right, we're at the last 100,000 points to 6 million. 6 million point skill chain. That took a while. Thank God I had cheesecake before I started this. In any case, with the grind, I don't feel it's all that terrible. I mean, yeah, it's kind of pointless. Yeah, it took a long time. But you know what? It's a game. If you're playing the game for anything, whether it's this goal or some other goal you decide to set in the game, if you're having fun, then it's worth it. I am having fun. I actually, in the first 1,000,000, you're kind of like, I'm just doing 1,000,000. Then you did 2, you're like, ooh, I did 2. By the time I got to 3, that's kind of like when you're running a marathon, right around the 3-mile mark. Well, not even a marathon, but like a long run. Around 3-mile mark, you start to go, man, I'm tired. I don't really see the point of keep going. I really want to stop. But when you get past 4,000,000, you get that second wind and you kind of go, man, I'm past 4. It's so close now to 5. What's another 20 minutes? I'll get 5,000,000. When I hit 5, I decided, hey, got the time 10 going. Round it off at 6,000,000. Why not? So here we are. We're almost at our final goal here that I set for myself, which is 6 million points. I am at 59.5. And I am doing this now in first person view again because, quite frankly, it's really cool to watch the car move around in first person view. My avatar is wearing the chicken suits. That's hence the funny looking arms that you're staring at. But yeah, very cool. Enjoying this immensely and very happy that I'm getting close to my goal here. And I'm going to cap that 6 million and call it a night. So I don't know how many people would be willing to put out the time and waste the effort to get the 6 million, but for me it was kind of enjoyable and I documented it, right? So when I go tell somebody I did a 60 million point skill chain in this game and they go, no way, dude, pictures or nothing, I'm going to point a link to my video and say, hey, there you go. You can see me finish a 60 million point chain. And it's all done on the beach in a British classic car, the Jaguar, which is a barn find. And no special skills or special techniques used. I mean, I'm basically just kind of sliding and drifting it up and down the beach. Really, what I would consider a truly skilled skill chain would be if you did a multi-million skill chain in a race or on a map with other cars on the road and the risk of hitting stuff. I mean, if you're that good a drifter that you're able to pull a massive chain on the road without hitting other cars, then hey man, you got my respect, because I'm not that good at driving in this game. And if you look at my stats, I average like 15 hits per race against other cars, so I do hit things a lot. But the beach is nice because there's just nothing here for me to wreck against when I'm running through the drag strip, because everything's destructible. Okay, here we go. So here's our 6 million point chain. I'm going to go ahead and stop here at the start of the drag strip and wait for the chain to stop so I can collect my points. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm looking at it. It's still going. Still going. Oh my God, still going. And it goes and goes. 200,000 points later, still going. This is a long time since I stopped. Okay. Oh, finally stopped. Okay, so it'll be 62 million points. 62 million points. I still only get just a few thousand to bump me to rank 75 and 10 skill points. Hey, I hope you liked that. I had fun. I hope you liked the video. Leave comments. Let me know what you think. And please subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications when I put new videos up. And as always, thank you for watching my videos.